Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to tell you about Strike, a Taiwan beauty snake female and the most aggressive snake I've ever had. To understand how she got her name, let's look a bit into her history. This is how she looked like when I first got her, back in early 2016, at about 28 inches long and almost a year old, I would say. She was a very anxious snake back then, so I decided to let her grow a bit more before starting to handle her in order to get her tame. My first attempt at handling her went rather poorly, as you can see, as she let me know in her own way that the taming process was going to be a challenge. I didn't have any luck on the second try either. Soon after, any attempt at changing her water or cleaning her terrarium became quite problematic, as she did not tolerate any sort of human presence. Whether it was me or one of my friends, she would bite, and she would bite hard and would not let go no matter what. This violent behavior, however, came with a few advantages, the most important of which being that she was a voracious feeder, taking any sort of prey item without hesitation. And this enabled a fast growth, and less than 2 years after that she was ready to breed. In about June 2017, I introduced the male in her terrarium and the mating began almost immediately. I kept them together for about 2 weeks, time in which I observed at least 4 successful matings. And at this point she was about 6 feet long and 2 pounds heavy, which is almost twice as big as an adult corn snake. She was actually quite an impressive snake. And 2 months later, in August, she laid 6 eggs, out of which 5 were really big, about as big as chicken eggs and viable, and 1 was a little slug, an unfertilized egg. I incubated the eggs 2 months at 27 degrees Celsius, I think, in an exoterra incubator. And on a warm day of October, confinement was no longer an option and literally broke out of his shell. I then cut the other eggs to give the rest of the babies a helping hand. I didn't want any of them to have trouble getting out of their eggs. All the babies were healthy and they took their first meal with no hesitation at all. And actually they're still alive to this day with their current owners. Some of them even got bigger than their mother, but fortunately none of them inherited her violent temper. I don't wish anyone to go through what I did with her. I mean, really. I tried using the pair of beauty snakes in photo shootings, but while the male had a more laid-back personality and was easy to work with, she was way too aggressive and would constantly end up latched on someone's hand, usually mine. Unfortunately, the male passed away, and after that I decided that this species was too much of a hassle to breed, and I gave Strike away to a friend who is very enthusiastic about beauty snakes and has a breeding group of Taiwan beauty snakes, and he's hatching babies regularly. This is her today, surrounded by her own kind as befits any socially inclined species of animal. I will miss having her, but my hands definitely feel better now without all the bites. Please let me know what you thought of my video in the comments below. If you'd like to see more of my animals, why not keep in touch with us by subscribing and help us reach more people by liking and sharing. Thank you everyone. Snakes out.